Hello, how are you? And welcome to another live stream on my YouTube channel today. So today is the 26th of August on Saturday. So this will be a free talk since markets are closed. Usually I talk about some psychology or risk management topics. But I will, I think, check some comments and just do some free talks. So how are you today? I hope you're having a great weekend. So before I start, let me just make one quick announcement about my social media. So I do social media on YouTube, this one, and also my second YouTube channel, where I share my private life. I usually take videos when I travel, when I meet someone, and then I upload. So that's my second channel, YouTube. And also in terms of Twitter, I have Forexkei and Forexkei_notice. So these two are my official accounts. And also Facebook, I have also a Facebook account, Forexkei, and F and K are both capital. And Instagram I have also Forex_K_official. So these are my true social medias. And everything else are fake, so please be careful. And I never send any direct messages from my end to someone on these social medias. So in case if you receive some messages, direct messages in social media, and they are all fake, so please be careful. I may reply to messages in social media, but I usually don't check them. So whenever I notice, I do reply. But the best way to reach me is by email. So please remember that. And also, I never do Telegram. I never do TikTok. I've seen that I see some of accounts in Telegram, but they're all fake. So please be careful. And I also get the report that someone almost signed up their signal services through Telegram or Instagram. So please be careful. I never provide signal services. I never sell a bot or signals. So please be careful. Okay, so let me say hi to everyone to start the live stream today. So since this is Saturday, please just relax and maybe you can have some tea or coffee on your hand and enjoy the live stream. Okay, so let's see who's here. Hello, Grid Marks. Thanks for joining. Good to see you. And Costa, good to see you too. Thank you very much for joining. Okay, looking forward to Saturday, Sunday stream. Okay, thank you very much. Thank you very much for the comment. And Saif, good to see you. Thank you very much. And Sync Rate, good to see you too. Thank you very much. Okay, Fabia, also good to see you. Okay, could you analyze Tesla in accordance with Ichimoku? Okay, sure. I can check Tesla today. Okay, but before that, let me say hi to everyone. Okay, Tollywood, good to see you. Thank you very much. And being a fan of myself. Yep, so... Oh, and also I hope you enjoyed a day in the life video I posted 2 days ago on my YouTube. So it's like the normal day. I usually spend a day like this. So if you haven't watched that video yet, please do. I posted 2 days ago, Day in the Life in Dubai as a Japanese trader. Okay, Syncrate, good to see you. Thank you very much for joining. Struggle with entries on M5. Okay, M5, I never jump in. I make sure to look for the reasons for the entries. If there are no reasons, then I do not take trades. So please look for the reasons or what I call confirmations to enter trades. on M5 or M15 time frames. Okay, Photo, good to see you. Thank you very much for joining. All right, Kavana, good to see you too. And thank you very much for your comment also. So yeah, as per request, oh, so on. I start to see more comments. So let me say hi, everyone. Okay, Young Who says, hi Kay, just wondering, does your wife trade too, or are you our single income household? Does she use KTS? Asking because I think cost of living UAE is significantly high. Oh yeah, so let me first reply to that. So my wife also trades, but I never know what she's doing because we never talk about markets, we never talk about the strategies. I used to talk about some markets with her, but every time we tend to argue, you know, when you both are in the same area, same job or same interest, then you may tend to argue. So ever since I never talk about. So I never know what kind of strategy she uses, but she knows what I'm using. So Ichimoku, of course. So yeah, that's her. So she does trade, but we don't talk about trading. You know, I think that's very important to you know, have some secret to keep the relationship, you know, healthy. In terms of the cost of living in Dubai, I think it's a bit high, but I was in Tokyo, Japan, and the cost of living in Tokyo and Dubai are almost the same, is my feeling. Of course, it depends on how you live, what to spend, and how much to spend and what to do every month, every year. But for me, it's okay. It's not too high for me. But just speaking a little bit about difference between Japan, Tokyo, and Dubai here, I think the Dubai, of course, the food or some, you know, whenever you go out for food and restaurants, then the cost may be a bit pricey, higher than Tokyo sometimes, but the quality of the food is really good. I find that some of the foods are so healthy, and what's more, the portions are much bigger than Tokyo. When I spend $20 on one dish in Dubai and $20 dish in Japan, I get much more in Dubai. So usually I can't finish the whole dish, so I usually take back home and eat for my lunch or dinner. So I think the amount of the food that I get here in Dubai at the restaurant is much more than Japan. And yeah, so I think I will talk about that more in my second YouTube channel, but that's just like my impression. But again, it depends on where you live and how you live. It can be pricey wherever you live, actually. Not in Dubai only, but wherever you live, I think the cost of living can be high based on your lifestyle. Okay. Oh, and also just one more thing about what I like in Dubai than compared to Tokyo is that I have more space. I have much more space wherever I go, on the street or in the cafe, restaurants, even house. Same price, I get bigger room, bigger space, and I like it very much. I feel peace in my heart. Yeah, especially Tokyo, the cafes, when you go to cafe, the table is really small. You know, when you go to Starbucks in Tokyo, some of the tables are only like this big, and you can't even, you know, put the laptop on it because it's really small table. And you can only put the coffee and that's it. Or maybe book, you can put the coffee and the book and then that's it. So I like the space much bigger in Dubai and I feel much better in this way. Yeah. So let me see. Oh, since this is Saturday, you will tell me. Can you tell me where you're from on the chat? I think that would be great if you let me know, because I'm curious where you are from. So yeah, let me know, please. Okay, Tarandeep, good to see you. Thanks for joining. Navaneeth, thanks for joining too. Good to see you. All right. And Snowfall says, hello, it's been a long time since I've seen here. I think I found what I need is in it. It in Sumidaku Tokyo Library. Finding the book is very, very hard. Oh, you mean the book of, you mean Ichimoku books, you mean? Tokyo Library? Yeah, I think it's now difficult to find the book. Right. If you speaking of the Ichimoku original book, then everything is sold out. You may have a chance to find it on the second-hand or used book, but in terms of the brand new books, they are all sold out. So yeah, it becomes now so rare to get it. Okay, let me see. Costa says, hi Kei, have you ever thought of doing a copy trading MT4 subscription, as I would be your first customer? No, I don't. I don't think I will be doing any copy trading, because I tried before lot of copy trading services, but none of them worked. So I don't want to offer that. And also, I want you to learn based on your own trades. And that's how I basically train myself to become a full-time trader. So I back-tested it manually, and I look back my journal manually, exit entry, exit manually, and then I get better and better in my trades. And I want you to do the same. And that's why I don't want to offer the copy trading. Yeah. But I send signals. I send signals in my community, KTS Academy. When the system captures the trends in high and the mid time frames, it sends signals automatically. I do that, but I don't offer copy trade. Yeah, just my thought. Yeah, sometimes there's a lag between my trades and the system. And sometimes some issues happens and it's stuck. So yeah, I think it's better to just be able to trade on your own. Okay, BB Gaming, thanks for joining. Good to see you. Robert, good to see you too. Thank you very much for joining. Oh, okay, now I see some comments in terms of where you're from. So, okay, Texas, UK. Okay, good. Malaysia. That's nice. Good to see you. All right. From India. Okay. Jamaica, Brazil. Okay. India and India. Okay. Colombia. Okay. Okay. Eastern Europe, Romania. Okay. Latvia. Okay. Australia and San Diego. Wow. So many places. So many different places. Yeah. Thanks so much for sharing. This is so interesting that we are all from different countries, different regions, but get together here and talk about markets and Ichimoku. It's so nice, and it's been such an honor for me to be able to share what I do, how I see markets and take trades. Okay, yeah, you're welcome, Costa. Okay, Pauline, good morning. Thanks for joining. Okay. I see more comments from Iran, from Malaysia. Okay, great. From Philippines. Okay, from India. Wow, so many different locations. Anyone from Japan? Anyone from Japan or Dubai? Just curious. Yeah. I'm a Japanese. And, I do this YouTube in English, but I'm a Japanese. But ever since I was in Japan, And doing this YouTube, I never see any comments from, someone from, Japan as a Japanese. I get some comments in English, non-Japanese are in Japan, but yeah, it's rare, I think. Because in Japan, most of the people usually search Google, YouTube in Japanese. Even myself, I can speak English, I can, understand in English, but when I was in Japan, I was totally, learning, trading in Japanese only. So yeah, I think it's rare to find some Japanese who research in English about tradings. And most of the Japanese are trading USDJPY mainly. I would say 70 to 80% are trading USDJPY in Japan. Because wherever you check the websites or news websites or private websites or YouTube, mainly they analyze USDJPY. So I think if you find someone who trades besides USDJPY is rare in Japan. Okay. Okay, see the new batch? Okay. Oh, Sylvania, all right. Good to see you. Thanks for joining. Octavio, thank you very much for the reminder, for the like button. Good to see you here. Okay, from New York. All right, good to see you here. I think those who are in West Coast or East Coast, I think still early in the morning. So maybe having a coffee on your hand and watching my live stream right now. Here in Dubai, it's 6 p.m. So usually after this, I have a dinner, quick dinner, light dinner, and enjoy my nighttime. Okay. Oh, Paul Rain says, did you ever get your car back from the shop? Yes, finally I did. Yeah, it's been quite big story, but to make long story short, basically I took the car to one of the shops, and I asked them to general checkup, and then they actually changed the oil and oil filter, but after the car's returned, I see oil leak. So I took the car to some other shops, and all the other shops are, I actually visited 3 different shops, but all the shops says something different in terms of the cause. Cause of the oil leak is this and that. So I don't know which one to believe. So eventually I pick one, and then I get fixed it, and now the car is back. And also I wanted to replace a tire to the proved ones, brand proved tire. So it took me like 1 week to replace the tire. So it took a long time actually to fix oil leak and change the tire. But finally, it's back here. I love to drive the car. So if I don't have the car, then I feel like, I'm missing something. I'm missing my body, almost. So yeah, it's really a quiet journey. Yeah, but now it's back and all good. So I'm all very happy. Okay. Are you single? No, I'm married. I'm married. Yeah, me and my wife came to Dubai together here. First, I came in Dubai, and 1 month later, she came in. Okay. Pauline says, are there a lot of foreigners in Dubai? Yes. Yes. I would say 80% to 90% are from outside of Dubai. Only 10%, 20% are local. So yeah, lots of people from different countries, and I think that makes this country alive. And I see lots of different people from different countries, regions, and it's really fun to live here. Okay. Yang Hu says, I hope you used this experience to learn the hard lesson. Well, we all talk to hard in the US always by Toyota Lexus. Right. You know, for some reason, for myself as a Japanese, I want to go some cars besides Japanese ones, just myself. Yeah. So because, you know, I see, you know, Japanese cars everywhere in Japan, I prefer something different. But maybe in the future, in 10 years or so, after experience the other cars, then I may come back to, you know, Japanese cars. But for now, I want to explore more different cars. Yeah, when I'm young, you know, I can try still. Because we never know, after a couple of years, my back might hurt, my shoulder might hurt, and I may not be able to drive, you know, some certain cars. And I want to enjoy some different experiences. So, yeah. Okay, Tollywood says, how to control emotions while doing trading. Okay, that's a big topic. And I think I need 1 week to explain that. But how to control emotion? Okay, so let me ask. I think let me ask everyone. When do you feel emotional when you're trading? When do you feel emotional when you trade? Is that when you lose, when you miss out the opportunities, or when do you feel emotion is my question. In the meantime, let me check some other comments. Navani says, what was your capital when you started and what is your capital once you reach Dubai? I started with $10,000 account. In my trading account. In my trading, not saving, in my trading, I started with 10,000 USD. And when I came to Dubai, I was trading 300,000 USD. And I am increasing the capital gradually. Okay, Michael says, is the concept of the trading Mrs. Watanabe still strong in Japan? No. Not really. Actually, I got the request to do the video about Mrs. Watanabe. So I will make a video and we'll share it next week. Yeah, let me just take a memo. Okay. I do the, you know, I do the video about Mrs. Watanabe. Okay. Okay. Yeah, I have actually an article of the interview of Mrs. Watanabe. So I will share what strategies she was exactly using. So yeah, I will share that. Her real name is Yukiko Ikebe. Yeah, Yukiko Ikebe is her real name. And you know, she once paid so much, you know, almost like 8 million USD tax. Oh, sorry, 5 million USD tax to Japan government. And that's how we know, you know, how much she has been making in Japan in such a short term. And she actually talks about exactly what kind of strategy she was using. She was using RSI and contrarian trades, but and some other tools she was using. But I have the full article, so I will share that in the video. Yeah, and this is also a surprise that some of you are familiar with Mrs. Watanabe. I never expected. And also we have lots of housewives in Japan are popular, making much profits in Japan. So I may introduce some of these housewife traders in Japan and what kind of strategies they are using. I think it might be interesting also to hear that. Because I think the traders in Japan are using kind of different mindset, different strategy from the other countries. Because again, they're all learning in Japanese. They never search anything in English, so they develop their own strategies. And I think they are unique, so you may find it interesting. Okay, so yeah, let me check some comments. Okay, Pauline, what language do you hear a lot of people speaking? Is English family fairly common, or is Arabic the main? Well, I would say English is main. Most people, speak English. But when I'm in the cafe or when I'm on the, in the mall, I hear lots of Arabic. Announcement Arabic language sometimes. But whenever you go to cafe restaurants, you can all, communicate by English. Okay. Oh, Honda. Honda is also a good car. Yes. They have a, smaller engine and stronger engines. Yeah. But Honda, I think recently has, less variations as compared to Toyota or, the other brands. Okay, so let me continue to check some other comments. Christopher says, I see a lot of Japanese collect Pokemon cards and other expensive collectives. So you have any collecting hobbies? For me, no, I don't have any collecting hobbies, but I used to collect Pokemon card also and some other playing cards like, Yu-Gi-Oh! I'm not sure what the name in English, but Yu-Gi-Oh! But like Yu-Gi-Oh! Pokemon cards are so popular in Japan, and some of the cards are so rare and so expensive, and the price is increasing. So yeah, some people invest on these cards because the price is raising now. One of the cards in Pokemon, I heard the price tag right now is 100,000 USD, and it's still increasing every month. So lots of people buy Pokemon cards as their own assets. But I don't, because I'm in Dubai already, so I have no chance to buy them. If I were in Japan, I may buy and hold in the long term as asset. Yeah, but that's popular now. Yes. Yeah, Porsche 911, yes. That's the best car. Okay, Hoban says, when you run Forex Tester in 1 hour, how many trades do you execute normally? In 1 hour, I would say I would execute, 20 to 30. If I see more opportunities, then I may take more. But usually, I would say 20 or so. Yeah, Pauline says, when watching the charts in drawdown, possibly when I feel the most emotional. Okay, when you watch charts in drawdown, then you feel emotion. Okay, yeah, so yeah, I think that's normal for everyone when you're in a loss. When you see the drawdown but still keep holding a trace, then you may get emotional and you may want to close sooner. And after you close a position, the market goes your direction, but without your positions. It happens also. So I think we have to have the solid rule in terms of when you exactly exit until when you keep holding your trades. Yeah, that's why we need the rules. We need the rules to discipline ourselves in trading. Okay, Sumi says, I see that you take 2% risk, but you can sell the position out if it falls below 50% stop loss. For example, 1% risk. Yes. What is the use of 50% stop loss? Can you not take 50% stop loss 1% directly? Yeah, so I wait for the candlestick close, and the candlestick does not always close on the 50%. Sometimes it closes before 50%, or sometimes it closes, I know, more than 50%. And that's why I don't put the stop loss in 1% area. I want to see how the price goes towards my stop loss. Whether it's a I wave, N wave, I want to see the momentum of how the market retracing against my direction towards my stop loss and decide what to do. Same reason why I don't take limit orders. I never take pending orders because I want to see how the market reaches to certain level. And let's say if the market breaks the resistance level, I want to see how the market breaks it. Sometimes you see the market breaks it, but in the next moment, the market comes down and you may see the pin bar. Small candlestick, small body, and the long wick near the resistance. And from the next candlestick, the market start to be bearish. So, but if you jump in right exactly the market is breaking that resistance, then it may be a fake out, fake breakout, then the market may be bearish after that. So I don't put the pending orders, but I always enter trades manually in this reason. I used to use lots of pending orders, lots of limit orders, but and I sleep, for example, and wake up, and that was executed. Then the market went down towards my stop loss, and I lose. So from that experiences, I never trade, pending orders anymore. Yeah. Okay, Sumi, you're welcome. Thank you so much for the comment. Saif says, after taking the trade, I start feeling emotional. Okay, so right after you take entries, you feel emotional. Okay, so that's also another, I think, big challenge. Yeah. So this is the word from Goichi Hosoda, who writes the original book of Ichimoku. He says, trade as if you have no positions. So you execute a trade, when you're not taking any trades in the markets, then you don't have emotions, whether the market goes up or down, because you're not in the trade, you don't feel any emotions. But from the moment when you took the trade, you start to feel emotion. But he says, trade as if you have no positions. So I think that's really important. Maybe when you start to feel emotional after taking the trade, the lot size may be too big, or you may see the number of the money value in times instead of pips. So, take smaller lot size, smaller position size, and lower risk per trade, so that you feel less emotion on your trades. I'm not sure if you have gambled, but if you have gambled before, then it's either like, let's say, double or lose. You double what you bet, or you lose everything. So if it's like that, then you feel emotional, and you get the result. But if you bet like very small, and whether you win or lose, the outcome is very small. In that case, you may feel less emotional. So I think trading should be like that. You have to leverage lower, lot size to be lower, so that you feel less emotion. So ideally, you want to trade as if you are trading demo account on a live account. And then that's the correct lot size you want to go with. If you still feel emotional, even if your lot size is small, then just take 0.01 minimum lot size and continue to practice emotion. But I think emotion is everything in terms of success in trading. I say emotion is good to have. Of course, as human beings, we have to have emotions to be creative, to be romance, to be happy in life. We have to have emotions to be excited on what you do. But when you bring that excitement, or when you bring that emotion in trading, then it may go wrong. So I play the violin, but when I play the violin, I want to be emotional because it's so refreshing. And no matter how many times, how many hours I play the violin, I never lose money. I never gain money, but I never lose money. So in that sense, I feel so safe and so healthy. But in trading, it's money involved. You get emotion. So yeah, I think emotion makes our life more beautiful in many ways, but emotion in trading can harm you. So we have to kind of separate our mindset in trading. Synchrate says, most emotions when I'm on a winning trade, trying to stay cool and not exit earlier. Right, that's also emotion, right? Keep holding your trades can be also challenging for someone. Once you start to run profits, let's say how many pips you can make grow. Never exit just because you run 10 pips or 20 pips. Or never exit just because you run 100 pips, because it may go another 100 pips. I'm not talking about greediness. I'm not talking about greedy. I'm talking about the trend follow strategy. If Ichimoku says the trend is over, that's when you exit your trades, whether it's a 10 pips or 100 pips or 1000 pips. But when Ichimoku says still trending, then you keep holding your trades. That's also discipline, not to exit too early. So we have to have definition of the trend and definition of range. In terms of the definition of the trend and range, I simply use Ichimoku 5 lines to see whether it's range or trend. So I make it simple on my analysis and look for some opportunities. Yeah, it's so easy to make it hard on our trades, on our strategies. Ichimoku also offers so many strategies itself. There's a time cycles, wave theory, price theory, Kyushu Ashi, and Kumo breakout, Tenkan-sen, Kijun-sen cross, Kijun-sen bounce, Chikou span breakout, Chikou span, trace, Chikou span divergence, forecast lines. We have so many strategies in Ichimoku itself. So when you start to make it complex, then it may be also difficult for you to decide what to do. So after you learn all these strategies, then the next step is to make it simple. Because unless the rules are simple, it's difficult to follow. Yeah, so it has to be like 1 + 1 = 2. It shouldn't be like 1 + x = something. Then, there will be too many cases, too many exceptions. Yeah, but at the same time, if the strategy is too rigid, then there is no room to play. I think then, it may be also difficult to, keep on trading. Sometimes with 3 confirmations, with entry confirmations, you don't enter trades. Or sometimes when you see the market as resistance level, you enter trade and see how it goes. We have to kind of sometimes play within the range of the strategy and see how it goes. It also makes our experience more deep, and that's usually where we get the wisdom from. So rules are rules, so you don't want to break the rules, but within the rule you have to have some room to play. You can also look at the candlestick patterns to decide what to do, or you can take some Ichimoku strategies into your strategy and see how it goes. Yeah, so make it simple, but to have a room to play with. So yeah, it's like the how to say, what would be the good example? Let's say like a spring. When the spring is too hard, then it doesn't bend, right? It doesn't expand. But if there's a flexibility on the spring, then it expands and it gets energy. So if it's too hard, like a metal stick, then it doesn't bend. But if it's flexible, then it actually absorbs absorb the accidents or absorb the exceptions, and still it never crack. It never cracks. So strategy should be like that concept. Okay, Duck says emotion when we don't know what we are doing. Oh yeah, for sure you have emotion when you do that. So you have to know what you're doing. That's for sure. Whether you pick the pair to trade or whether you pick the timings to trade, you have to know exactly what you're doing. When you exit also with a loss, you should know what you're doing. You should be able. What I mean by, know what you're doing means you need to be able to explain what you're doing to others, especially to the young kids. If you try to explain that to adults, then it might be easier. But you have to make it simple and solid until you're able to explain your strategy to kids. Then you fully understand. Yeah, wide stops are just worst case scenario. That's right, that's right. Yeah, I never put wide stop losses. Yeah. Oh, now I see lots of comments. Looks like today the comment sections are a bit lagging, and whenever I left click on the comment, then all the other comments showed up. So yeah, let me see. Snowfall says, what do you think about just using Ichimoku, only Kumo clouds and current candlesticks. I only go to the current 12 candlestick on 30-minute chart, work good, but seems like it's only show volume in the price act. I don't recommend you to use Kumo only to trade, because Ichimoku with 5 lines is the whole system. So 転換線、基準線、指向スパン also support Kumo information. So I think it's better to understand all the lines and use the own lines to trade. Yeah, like so now we have PC, so you can cancel any of these lines. So for example, let's say when you are watching one of the pairs, and by one click like this, you can cancel, let's say you can cancel 転換線, you can cancel 基準線, you can cancel 指向スパン, and click OK, and you only show Kumo. But when Ichimoku was originally created, it wasn't like this, because there was no PC. So Ichimoku is with 5 lines, and this is the the real form. So I recommend to use 5 lines of Ichimoku and try to master 5 lines. Okay, Yang-Hu says, my strongest emotion is fear of going broke. US companies are now laying people off, so trading losses hard. Didn't you worry that you might go broke after you left the job to trade full-time? Yes. I was so scared, especially after becoming full-time. I keep losing and losing every month for 2 years, and that was so stressful. But yeah, somehow I never gave up. I simply liked to see charts, and also when I left my full-time job, I said everyone to say goodbye, and I will never come back because I will be successful in trading. So say goodbye. So if I come back again, then it may be a bit shame. So I never choose to go back to full-time, but trying to find the way to overcome my weaknesses. So yeah, that was my experience. But yeah, if you are, if I never recommend anyone to quit the job until you get enough, experience in trading. I would say if you have some, stable, profits or stable results in 3 months to 6 months, then you can think about quitting your job. For me, it was too early for me to quit. Then I regret. Yeah. Okay, Saiza says, is learning Japanese worse or living in Tokyo as a day trader? You mean in terms of learning Ichimoku? I think learning Japanese, to learn Ichimoku is a long journey. It's a long journey because, I think in many languages, in any languages, speaking language and the language in the book are totally different. Especially in Japanese, it's totally different. So although you learn the speaking language of Japanese, it doesn't mean that you are able to read the books. And what's more, these books are written in old style, like a traditional old style in Japanese. So you have to also learn the old style of Japanese, which may take another couple of years or so. So I don't recommend to learn Japanese to read Ichimoku books. And in terms of living in Tokyo as day trader, I think it's a bit challenging in terms of time zone, because New York starts at late at night, 8 or 9 p.m. and you may be exhausted by then it may be difficult to trade. So for me, in my experience, I feel much better in Dubai to trade, especially in Forex trading. So I think time zone really matters, which area to trade. But we never know. I'm in Dubai, so I check charts 3 to 5 times per day, and you may check charts 3 to 5 times per day in Japan, and in some days you may see more opportunities than myself. So it depends on the day, but yeah, I think time zone really matters in trading. Okay. Okay, you should create a video highlighting accomplished Japanese women who are traders. Also, you can interview them. We would love to hear their stories. Sure, yes, I will be introducing some of the women Japanese traders. First, start from Mrs. Watanabe. Her name is Yukiko Ikebe. I will first introduce her strategy. Okay, is Forex Tester better than TradingView? Forex Tester is the backtesting tool, and you cannot execute. You cannot execute trades in the live market. So there are two different softwares. In terms of backtesting, I think Forex Tester is better. I have some videos, so you can search. You can search Forexkei and Forex Tester, and you can find some videos on my YouTube. Okay, the one says, how big can your capital get until it's getting harder to trade with your strategy? For example, can you trade $5 million capital the same way as you trade 400,000 right now? Yes, it's possible. Because I only risk 2% of 400,000 or $5 million. So it's possible in Forex. Forex has much more volumes than stock markets or index. So you can trade larger volumes, larger lot size with my strategy. So in terms of strategy, it's possible, but the challenge may be emotion. So I'm gradually increasing my account. Okay, Oli says, how do you always get back your mind when you lose while trading? It happened to me yesterday and lost big. I think because I take the losses as a part of the process to win trades, that's why I can lose. The more I lose, the more I win is my psychology. So losses are the part of the process to win trades. So yeah, if you have the same mindset, then I think you feel safer towards the losses. So risk management is really important. Yeah, risk management and psychology are closely related. Strategy is a bit different layer. Strategy is like a bit lower layer, but psychology, emotion are in the top layers. So if you master psychology, then I think you should be fine. And risk management with psychology, then that will be the best. Okay, let me check some comments from other people. Youre says, hi Kei, which book do you recommend on trading psychology? I have the list of the books in my website. So please come to my website over here. Just hold on, let me share screen. I have the list of the books I recommend. So, okay. Now you can see the screen, right? Okay, so now here is my website, and click on Best Forex Books. Then I have 3 books for strategy and 3 books for psychology. I have the video about this one also, so you can enjoy the video. But in terms of psychology, I recommend these 3 books. One is Trading in the Zone by Mark Douglas. This is one of my Bibles. This is must-read book for psychology. And also Market Wizards. This one was also very nice. Yeah, sometimes I read again and learn something new every time. Also, Master Day Trader, that was also very nice. And Think and Trade Like a Champion. So I recommend these 1, 2, 3, 4 books for you to read for psychology. Okay, so this says, kindly advise me, I'm 1 year learning and faces a lot of losses. Sometimes I'm full broke. Want to leave trading forever. That's why I want to do. Thanks. Yeah, I think if you lose big or if you have some losing streaks, then I recommend you to first take a break. Take a break for 1 week, 2 weeks, completely forget about the trading, completely do something else. And if you want to come back, you can come back. If you don't want to, then you can leave trading. So, I sometimes feel like I need a break. Let's say I find I have 3 trades losses. Then I feel I need a break. So I don't trade in a week, maybe come back next week and see how it goes. So never stress yourself too much in trading. And you don't have to trade every day. You don't have to trade every week. Look for the best trading, best markets and best trading. Until you see that, you have to wait and wait and wait. So trading is like a hunting. Okay, so now I think I'll finish the live stream. I see lots of more comments, but I'm sorry I have to go. So I have to finish the live stream. But thank you very much again for joining today's live stream. It was nice, nice and interesting comments today. So thank you very much for your support and participation today. So tomorrow, I will be doing the Sunday's weekly forecast as weekly topic on my YouTube. So I hope to see you there. And again, thank you very much. I hope you have a great weekend. And until I see you again, please stay healthy, stay safe, and stay gold. Okay, bye for now, everyone. Mata ne. Thank you very much.